Welcome to Miami. This is a big event city, and folks here are fired up for this one inside Hard Rock Stadium as the Miami Hurricanes try to represent the great tradition of their program. This is not a normal matchup. Two teams ranked in the top 10, colliding right here in the middle of the season, trying to make a strong statement. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the SMU Mustangs, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Will kick this away and start us off. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
The gain moves the ball to a 34.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
They need a yard here in 3rd down to keep this opening drive going. And they pick up the first on the ground. He's found some room at the 45. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
Boy, the defense misses out on an opportunity to get off of the field. They got the offense to 3rd down, and they just weren't able to prevent them from converting.
And the Mustangs begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. The defense drops him for a loss. He went backwards there. A 2nd down behind the sticks now.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You got a 1st down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
You know, they're completing passes, but they're not getting the ball downfield. It puts a lot of pressure on your receivers to make plays after the catch. Now you're 3rd down and long. You're going to have to get the ball thrown downfield if you want to be able to put drives together.
Now it's 3rd and long for this offense. Football right at midfield. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Has the 1st down and more. They make the 1st down, brought down to the 31.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get them to 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
The Mustangs keep the football on the move. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think they're going to run, maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Play action fake, looking to throw. And he's got it. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a 1st and goal.
Well, it's a big risk to play man-to-man coverage by this defense, and this time they get caught. great timing between the quarterback and his receiver. You can see what can happen when that timing is right. Big things can happen.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. He's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
You know, the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it, because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on third down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big third down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. Third and goal, looking to throw for it. He's got it near the end zone. But he stopped short a couple yards from the goal line.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on 4th down, aggressive start. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. It's their first timeout. So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. And now the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on 4th down, aggressive start. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. Quarterback unaware of the play clock. That'll cost them 5. Looks like the coach decides to go for 3 points here. Here comes the field goal team. It'll be a 24-yard attempt. Should be automatic. Med kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. It breaks the scoreless tie here. Makes it 3-0.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Return steps out of bounds at the 17. Guys up front lined up. It's first down. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
That completion sets up a 3rd down play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
Well, the quarterback knew the one thing he can't do here is take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. Now, he didn't pick up the first down, but he gave him a shot. And I think he'll get some love from his guys for that effort.
So here we go. They're going to go for it on 4th and inches in their own territory. Ball handed off. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Well, I know analytics are going to tell you to go for it on 4th and inches. It's just a little bit scarier doing it in your own territory. But listen, if you trust your offense and you trust the preparation you've had in these kind of short yardage situations, I say if they get another one of these, they go for that one too, because it clearly has worked out for them.
Off the play fake on first down. And he lofts it toward the sideline. The pass is intercepted. Can he take it all the way? That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Chris, if you're going to make that throw, that's called a 2-ball. That means it's got to be on a line. Here he puts it way up in the air and allows the defender to come over and make a play on the ball. Great job by the defense.
Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Using the ground game here, tailback has the handoff. Refusing to be brought down before gaining first down yardage.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
And at first down, they go right back to him. And that's a solid gain for the defense able to bring him down.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
They look to throw it here on second down. It's a quick grab. The defense will make the stop, and it will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Brought down to the 27. It's a first down. This offense really threatening now.
Well, sometimes it's just a backyard brawl, right? I mean, it's third down and short. You trust your back and the line to be able to pick up the first down. And he literally pushes with everything he has, throwing a haymaker there at the finish of that play to pick up the first down.
And the Mustangs pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. Grab behind the line. It's Barnes. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there. The timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
Grab behind the line. It's Barnes. He's going to run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Wanted no part of contact on that play. Third and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on third down. That's a design quarterback keeper. Tackle just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run.
Well, when your running game's working like this, especially in the first half, it makes everything easier. And after big runs like that, watch for the offense to come back and attack off play action.
And the quarterback's going to sneak it. Nowhere to run up the middle.
No, I don't blame him to go with the quarterback sneak here to try to pick up just enough yards for the first down. But hey, man, give credit to that defense. They did not budge at all. They kept him short of the first down.
Second down and goal. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ponies. Extra point try coming now. The extra point makes it a 10-point game. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
10, Miami 0.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Dropping back, it's Williams. Lets it go quickly. It's caught downfield. Breaks loose at the 45. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, a nice throw and a great catch here by this Miami Hurricane wide receiver. For our younger audience out there who might be watching this game, I got to tell you, you may not remember this, but Miami set the tone for wide receiver play for decades, and they're working their way to get back to that now.
The first down pass Wyatt. Brings up second down.
And completion makes it second and short. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Short pass, finds the tight end. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Good job of the defense to fight through the blocks on that screen. He's short of the first down marker.
You can see what the offense is trying to do here with this screenplay, but they avoid disaster by at least getting a few positive yards. The defense doing a great job of anticipating the screen here.
Looking to throw yet again. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure, and now it brings up third down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure works. The coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. SMU offense is back out on the field now. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Makes a quick grab. That heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Ball handed off. They bring it down to the 38, but that's good enough for a first down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
That's an important first down on that running play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
This is why this guy's considered one of the top defensive ends in the entire country. He came in off the edge so quickly there. Look out, because that's exactly what was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block it.
The offensive line will have to regroup after the sack. It's 2nd and 13. Quick throw, the catch is made. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Quarterback drops back. And he lofts one deep over the middle. Catch made. It's a big play inside the 30. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Number 9.
Here's the point after attempt. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Now they get set to kick it away.
17. Miami 3.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Miami offense is back on the field. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now 2-possession lead. Play action here on first down. Throws it to the right. And he pulls in the catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
And just like that, Chris, all of a sudden the offensive coordinator and the quarterback, they changed their approach. That's a big play. So instead of just maybe trying to get into field goal range, now they're really thinking they got a shot to maybe get the ball in the end zone.
They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Quick throw, misses his mark there, incomplete. Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. The clock is still running. They'll have to hurry up here, but it's a crucial 3rd down. They'll run it here. The running back has the ball. And they pick up the first out of the 23, getting closer to the red zone. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Yeah, I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it was 3rd down in inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Got a lane. Can he get in? And he scores. Touchdown for the U.
love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see what the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. This one will be fair caught. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. Interesting position here. How aggressive do they get to try to add to this lead before halftime? And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The Mustangs looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quick throw, testing the middle. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Tackle made on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 37 now.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive and ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Looking to throw. It's Williams. Fires it to the wideout. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
It's now second down.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to float this one to the right side. And it's incomplete. Just 10 seconds remaining now.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Grab down the middle. It's Burden. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. Time running down, just 1 play left here in the half. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. You make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Mustangs will kick it deep to begin the second half. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. Motion now from the tight end. On 1st down, it's play action. He'll take a deep shot. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
1 play already to the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Inside the 10. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Finally goes out of bounds after gobbling up big yardage on that run.
I really love the way more and more offenses are using the receiver in motion pre-snap. Give him a chance to get the football with a couple of blockers in front of him. He's got all that speed built up. You get the ball in his hands, and you better look out. He could be off to the races.
And the freshman brings him down quickly.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
No problem. Knocks it right through.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Quick, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And moves the ball to the 37 for a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And they'll go right back to him on 1st down. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it can be a long day.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Fires it to the wide out. Incomplete. A huge 4th down stand by this defense.
I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? And again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
Keeping it on the ground here. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Got it.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own.
2-9 Philly.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situations, much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
So now from the 27, the offense faces a 3rd and short. How aggressive will they play it? They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. Defense stops him right at the line there.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Completion to the left on 4th down. And they pick up the first down at the 23, getting closer to the red zone. The Hurricanes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. They'll test the right side here. He shreds the tackle, finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And the Canes pick up enough to get a first down there.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
It's a strong run, keeps the drive going. First down now. To the air, it's Williams. Receiver makes the grab. Touchdown, Hurricanes. That puts them on top in the 2nd half.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. When he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
The PAT puts him up 3. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the fair catch, signal 4 and take it. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. That last possession, they got stopped on 4th down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. That's a design quarterback keeper. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this...
It's a deep throw down the right sideline. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Short return tackle at the 21, but that's a huge takeaway for this defense.
Chris, it feels like to me the offense is being really cautious. The defenders are just sitting back there almost playing backyard football, knowing the offense is being a little bit more conservative. Eyes on the football, stepped in front of it, and makes the pick.
That wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense goes to the pistol formation now. To throw, it's Williams. Looking for his big tight end. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. That'll be enough for a first down, brought down at the 43. They attack the deep middle of this defense, come up with a big play.
Nice job giving that quarterback time to throw. Good job of making that read to the middle of the field and working against those safeties, and a big play is the result.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. The pass rush closing in. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
We'll see if they can overcome the sack. Second and very long. From the shotgun, drops back. And the pass rush has got him again. Back-to-back sacks.
A loss of 5 yards on the play. Brings up third down. Got it. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Miami 20, SMU 17.
We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. They chased him down and tried to run for it, but it'll bring up fourth down.
Chris, the advantage there obviously was with the defense on third down and long. And they do a good job at taking away things downfield, but, man, you got to account for the quarterback taking off and running. Nobody does, so he gets big yards, and now he gives the offense a chance here on fourth down.
Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Looking for the wideout. And it's intercepted. A crushing play. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. Inside the 10. Touchdown, SMU. And the defense joins the party with a pick six. So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT up and good. The lead is 4 here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
SMU 24, Miami 20.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after going a pick six last time out here. And he cannot escape the defense with a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
After the loss on first down, it's second and long from the 22. Dropping back, it's Williams. Bringing pressure. Using his legs here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Burden. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35. As the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that.
And it's caught way downfield inside the 35. Touchdown, Miami. And they'll claim the fourth quarter lead.
What a great call here by the offense coordinator to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly. And even though you're close to the end zone, you can still throw it and use the timing to your advantage. Allow this receiver to be able to walk into the end zone.
Now the try for the point after to make it a 3-point game. And the kick is good. A 3-point game now in the fourth quarter. It's all for the defense. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. Good enough for a fresh set of downs. They'll spot the ball at the 40.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
The Mustangs will crank up the tempo. The shotgun running play call. And that stiff arm will help earn him the first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Offense getting set. It's second down. QB to the tight end for a completion. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Makes the catch downfield. Tackle is finally made, but not before a big gain. They'll spot it at the 24. And the Mustangs with first and 10 here. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Aiming for the end zone. Touchdown, Ponies. And they take the lead in the fourth quarter. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT up and good. So the lead is 4 here in the final quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
31, Miami, 27.
And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. And the Miami offense is back on the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that pass falls incomplete. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Stopped out at the 39, but good enough for a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The offense will set up on first and 10. Back to pass. It's Williams. Catch made on the right side. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a second or third option. He gets positive yards. But anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
Picks up the first and is still going. The 10. Touchdown, Canes. They jump in front here in the fourth.
Oh, what an unbelievable job by this offense, Chris. They put themselves in a position to put a touchdown on the board. They take the lead. And now we'll see if their own defense can hold on to that lead in these last couple minutes of the game.
And the point after is right down the middle. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Moves the ball up to the 30.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put...
Cannot get the throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this stage of the game.
Well, the quarterback makes a mistake here. That's football 101. Once you get outside of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation.
And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Chris, this is it. It comes down to this 4th down play to be able to stay in this football game. They've got to convert to be able to keep their hopes alive. Can this quarterback deliver and make the play?
Trying for a 4th down completion. He's got it. Enough for a 1st down. They've got him, but he easily makes the 1st down, and this drive keeps going.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the 1st down.
They've got to get points quickly here, looking for explosive plays right now. Looking to throw now on 1st down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down. They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Catch is made way down inside the 30. Heads out of bounds after running for the 1st down to keep this scoring threat alive. Serious pressure now for the defense.
Good enough for a 1st down.
The Mustangs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. There's a shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs, to take the lead in the final minute. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT up and good. The lead is 4 here in the final quarter. So after the late score, they'll kick it off and hope the defense can hold up and preserve this lead.
34.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. So here we go. They need a touchdown. Got a little time to work with. How will they play this situation? And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on 1st down, but missed it.
Boy, that was beautiful. Man, this defensive back, he's putting on a clinic today on how to defend against the deep ball and man coverage without committing a penalty. I'm sure the secondary coach is very proud of that execution.
They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
Hey, really good call here by the defensive coordinator working with the lead in the 4th quarter. Did 6 defensive backs with that dime look, cover as much ground as you can and have as much speed as you can. I think the quarterback may have been confused there and just threw the ball away.
Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. He makes the grab. And the offense will spend a timeout, just 14 seconds left on the clock.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. And that's a great example that he's up to it.
First down, looking to throw the ball. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
I don't know if people understand how hard it is to defend against the deep ball and man coverage like that. But this defensive back did it perfectly. Turns his head back just in time to find the ball to ensure that incompletion.
Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. On the junior, gets home, making a sack there. And a late timeout taken, just 4 seconds on the clock.
Timeout, Miami.
You've got to get points quickly here, looking for explosive plays right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. One last pass attempt falls incomplete, and that will wrap up this game. Well, here we are, midpoint of the season, and this group is still marching along undefeated, chasing a perfect record and getting a lot of attention, Kirk, at this point.
Well, they're as good as anybody we've seen all year long in college football. They are headed towards that college football playoff and a shot at a national championship. Now, the thing is, they just need to remain focused on each week that lies ahead of them. If they're able to do that, you've got a dangerous football team here.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.